Squash is 100%. I'm a bitch. If there's a squash anywhere on the field, you pretty much are forced to only use child, and you can't use any other zombie. If you use cone zombie in that lane, then that's $75, and you're wasting $75 on squash, which means most of the time he's just costing you an extra $50, $75, sometimes even $100. He's an extra money waster, hence why he's a bit. Fume Shroom. I don't really care about a Fume Shroom, to be honest. He doesn't really do that much damage, and the higher in the iZombie you go, the more you realize that he's just kind of useless. If you just toss down a $75 pole vaulter, then he can't really do much. He's more so annoying when he's in the far back, but most of the time, a PopCap puts him in like lane 2 or lane 3, like really in the front, so thank you, PopCap, for that. So, Magnetshroom's 100% like your guardian. I must not care about you. A Magnetshroom changes your entire process of iZombie. Most of your men, if that's a Bucket Man, a Tom Brady, or Miner, you can't use any of those men until this one is gone, which usually costs you around $75, at most $200. $200, Magnetshroom is gone. But you could use Bungee Zombie for $125 to get rid of her right away. But even if you're spending $125 on one single plant, when you could be using that money for a lane, or maybe a lane. So I don't want to be spending $125 on one damn plant. Chomper. I don't think Chomper is that big of a deal. He could go to Applebee's. He's also not that cool, so he's probably not cool. I think I'm leaning towards Dollar Waster. Because at most, you can't use any children on him, so you have to, most of the time, use a Disco Zombie or a Pole Vaulter, which are usually the better options anyway. So even if he's really not that bad, so actually, I'm gonna put him in cool. Because most of the time, I'm using Pole Vaulter or a Disco Zombie anyway, so he's not really that big of a deal. A Repeater is. A Repeater even in iZombie? I forget if Repeater is even in iZombie. I don't remember him being here. Wait, are you an iZombie? Is Repeater in iZombie Endless? Let me just quickly see. A Repeater is in iZombie Endless. I remember him that much, so I guess he should just go to Applebee's. I don't know why. If I'm not thinking about this man at all, he's probably not that, dangerous, so I go to Applebee's. A Potato Mine. I think a Dollar Waster, because you have to use a child, mostly just a child on a Potato Mine, but he sometimes makes you use a Disco Zombie, like, on purpose. Because what you can do with a Potato Mine is just ignore him. If you use a Disco Zombie on the opposite lane, he could keep on spawning a Disco Zombies like that, and he could just kill every Potato Mine in his damn sight. But Puff Shroom, on the other hand, I think blowing up with dynamite is not enough torture for him. The problem with Puff Shroom is that he's Pea Shooter, but Pea Shooter is annoying. So with that logic, a Puff Shroom's annoying. I love Scary Shroom though. Hold on. Where's my... Please come over more often, Scary Shroom. I miss you, homie. Scary Shroom is the easiest plant in iZombie to kill because he has a 3x3 radius. If any man is inside of that, a 3x3 radius, Scary Shroom does nothing at all. And you can really abuse that with the Pole Vaulter Zombie, who just kind of makes him go on the ground like a wimp. So I love getting Scary Shroom. I hate Walnut though. I hate Walnut. Hold on. A really damn annoying. Cool. No, he's definitely not cool. I don't even think he has parents either, so I don't even know if I want to put him there. I think he's a bit... He just forces zombies to just... When a Walnut is in place, most of the time I'm using Miner Zombie just because most of the men who are eating Walnut can't really deal with Walnut. And they take too long to eat and they're getting hit. And what PopCap likes to do is put Spikeweed right in front of Walnut, which has your men take a lot more damage. Hence why he is a bit... Split Pea's Guardian probably doesn't like him, to be honest. He lets me not use Pole Vaulter, and I love using Pole Vaulter. But if there's a Split Pea, and most of the time Pole Vaulter is pretty much invalid, which pretty much forces you to spend either $150 on either 2 Cone Zombies or 1 Buckethead Zombie, which you don't want to be doing most of the time because spending more money is not good, so his guardian probably didn't care about him. I don't like pea shooter either. No, pea shooter is just annoying. I just dropped my comb. Because here's the thing. If pea shooter is alone, he's fine. I don't give a damn about him. But once Torchwood is in place, then he becomes really damn. Hold on. Torchwood's definitely going to your guardian don't care about you. The fact that he makes pea shooter do ×2 damage is really goddamn annoying. Because him alone, who the hell cares? But a Torchwood just gives him steroids. And steroids aren't that good, so I don't know why he's promoting that. Starfruit. Starfruit is definitely going and blowing up. No, blowing up a no. I don't know if I want to put another man in the your guardian don't care about you, but it's the right place, honestly. With Starfruit, he can attack a diagonal, right, bottom, right, left. He's a one-man show. So if you see him on the lawn, you pretty much have to focus everything on him instantly, just so he gets no value on killing any of your men, which most likely results in you spending around at least $150 on either a pole vaulter, buckethead, because you don't want to use bungee zombie. A bungee zombie costs $125, but spending that again on one plant is never worth it, because you can spend that money on another lane, killing multiple plants. I don't see the value in using bungee zombie on just one plant. So I don't like Starfruit for that reason, because I have to spend a lot more money killing him. So his guardian probably didn't care about him. Cabbage Pulse not even an iZombie. I'll rank the other plants when I'm done, because I want to get out to the men who are actually bothering me. A 3-peater is definitely, I'm a 100%. Another top priority plant that I just have to always kill, which usually results in me focusing on that lane, because if there's a 3-peater on lane 2, picture this. A 3-peater lane 2, you have a zombie on lane 1 with a free lane of 5 sunflowers, but you can't use child. If you use child on lane 1, he will die to 3-peater. So 3-peater has to be killed first, and having such a priority in iZombie is really goddamn annoying. Oh, Snowpea. Alright. Snowpea is definitely. He's not here because I do care about him. I'm not a dollar waster because he's really damn annoying. I think he's going in the blowing up with dynamite is not torture enough for you tier. Because here's the thing. If Snowpea is in a lane, you most of the time have to forcefully use either a ladder zombie, which is $150, or 2 pole vaulters, which will also cost you another $150. So he's a $150 forcefully plant. You have to spend a triple digits no matter what on Snowpea, because if there's a Snowpea all the way in the back of the lawn, he's giving you a lot of damn problems, because he'll have all the other friends like 3-peater, Starfruit, Spikeweed. If Spikeweed's combined with I'm putting Spikeweed right away in the blowing up. No, he's joining his friend right here. Because when Snowpea's in the back of the map and your men have to slowly travel all the way towards him, they're taking so many extra hits. And with Spikeweed on the field, they have to walk extra mile on Spikeweed, which you're taking more damn damage on. So again, you have to forcefully either use Tom Brady, ladder zombie, double pole vault. I don't like him. I don't like him. Umbrella Leaf, I don't care about. I really don't care about Umbrella Leaf. I don't use Bungee Zombie. Not a zombie I use. I don't use Bungee Zombie in iZombie Endless. I think he's a waste. So having a plant that I just don't care about because I don't use one of the men, that's fine by me. I put all the Umbrella Leafs you want. I don't use them anyway. A Colonel Poe is definitely going in the if you died, nothing in my life would change tier. Because if Colonel Poe died, nothing in my life would change. I don't care about him. The problem with Colonel Poe is that I'm pretty sure his butter chance is at least 902.06%. So it's almost 1,000. So that's pretty good that it's not 1,000. But having a percentage that high to stun your men on the battlefield, which could result in Spikeweeds, Puffshroom shooting, Split Pea shooting, Fume Shroom, any other men on this list could be attacking your zombies if a Colonel Poe stuns you. I've had runs where I've had Colonel Pult stun my men for 3 butters in a row, which has forcefully ruined some of my iZombie runs because I see a valuable $125 lane. But then Colonel Pult tosses 2 butters in a row. Oh, there goes my $125. Guess gotta spend another one. Which really makes me believe that if he died, nothing in my life would change at all. So I hope he dies. Sunflower, oh baby, please come by often more Sunflower. The later you get in the iZombie Endless levels, the less she appears. And frankly, I don't like that. Sunflower does give you like $250, so every Sunflower gives you $250. So if there are only 2 Sunflowers on a level, that's $500 earned just like that. But most of the time, getting rid of every lane costs more than $500 on that level, so you're not really gaining much from that. So I wish a Sunflower just came by more often. These other men don't appear in iZombie Endless. I'm ranking this purely based off iZombie Endless, and these guys don't appear. Blover, you don't really do anything. A Cactus, you're tall and kind of weird, so I guess you're going to Applebee's. A Cattail would be really damn annoying, so I for sure annoying. A Cherry Bomb, I don't even know how that would work. A Melon Pulse, for sure, I'm a bit. A Cob Cannons, for sure, I'm a bit. A Doom Shroom is a tactical nuke, and as a war sergeant, that's pretty damn annoying. Flower Pot would be really damn annoying just because it's an extra thing for your men to eat. I don't think Cabbage Pult would do anything, so I don't really care about you. A Garlic's 100% a bit. You're 100% a bit. You're 100% a. You are a horseshoe. So you should go to Applebee's. A Gravebuster probably has no family, so I'll put him here. Hypno Shroom. I'm pretty sure Hypno Shroom would be just a dollar waster. But even if I just use a Disco Zombie, so Ice Shroom wouldn't even know how that works. Imitator, I'm a mime, so I'm just gonna put you over here. A Pumpkin would 100% be a bit. Sea Shroom is just Puff Shroom, but a green. And that's all of the plants. I kind of want to do zombies now, so I'm gonna go make a list. All right, I just made a quick zombie list. I actually made these assets myself, so call me the Photoshop master. Nobody back in high school called me that, but I will. Oh, and also I made all of the men who don't appear with a green background. So Yeti does not appear in iZombie Endless. A Tractor Zombie does not appear in iZombie Endless. So yeah. Oh, Tom Brady, 100% Tom Brady is a really good soldier. No, really good soldier. He does his job well. He runs fast, he has a lot of damn HP, he looks good, he has a really cool tattoo. But my only issue with him not being God, I guess, is he costs way too much damn money. $175, he does a lot, but most of the time you can use something like Pole Vaulter for $75, which is way cheaper, so yeah. A Bungee Zombie, I don't think, I still stand by Bungee Zombie not being something to invest in. $125, you're getting rid of one plant. One single plant. What could you do with $125? You can send a Clone Zombie, send a Clone Zombie and a child, spend $25 more, send 2 Pole Vault Zombies. You could send a Buckethead Zombie, which, my god, is that value. But no, instead you're spending $125 on one plant. So I don't believe in the Pole Vaulter. He's not a soldier on my team. A Tractor Zombie, I'm pretty sure Tractor Zombie would be a really good soldier because he has the health of Buckethead Zombie. Actually, no way. He would be a more expensive Buckethead Zombie. So honestly, he would be. No way, he can't get pulled by Magnet Shroom, so he'd be only a good soldier. Just because he plays around Magnet Shroom, because he has the same health as Buckethead Zombie, but he's $50 more. God damn, I have a stutter. So in theory, he really wouldn't be that worth it, so he's only a good soldier. Snorkel Zombie, he's just going here. I don't think he'd be good. A Ladder Zombie is a good soldier. No, a Ladder Zombie is a really good soldier. He's one of the few zombies to have a faster movement speed alongside Tom Brady and Pole Vaulter Zombie. So him having a football zombie movement speed for his $25 less is really good value. Plus the fact that his ladder has Clone Zombie HP. So you're technically spending $75 more on just a tankier cone zombie with more health. So I think Glider Zombie is a pretty good soldier. Speaking of Cone Zombie, hello Cone Zombie. Cone Zombie's a really good soldier. No, he's only, I'm a good soldier. What I like doing with Cone Zombie is I will use Cone Zombie as a type of bodyguard. So if I have a Disco Zombie who's dancing his damn heart out, I'll put Cone Zombie in front of him for $75, just so Disco Zombie can't die, while also making sure that a Disco Zombie gets his 3 lanes, because again, a Disco Zombie can spawn backup dancers on top right, a bottom lane, behind him. So a Disco Zombie is really damn valuable. So having a Disco Zombie stay alive from Cone Zombie alone, he's a good soldier. A bobsled team, you would be $200 for 4 basic men. So I think you're a little bit too expensive for what you do. A swim team, if there was water, I think he'd honestly, I'll go back to the army. He has the health of a basic zombie, but he would be $100 most likely. So he wouldn't be that valuable. So I think if he goes back to the army and becomes a little cheaper, he'll be more valuable. A Yeti zombie, I don't know why I put you here. I guess you're here. A Disco Zombie, he's instantly God. A Disco Zombie is debatably the best zombie in all of iZombie. He's really good in basically any level, as long as it doesn't have a fume shroom or a spike weed. That lane can most of the time just be conquered by Disco Zombie, while also getting 2 other lanes for the value of $350. So that alone, he's pretty much God, I guess. A basic zombie, I feel basic zombie would be good. I'm doing this based off of iZombie Endless, so I would feel that a basic zombie would actually be a really good soldier. He's only $50, and he can take 10 hits to the face. 10 hits for $50, but he's not available in iZombie Endless. I really wish he was, but I can see why he's not, because he'd be really damn broken, so he's only going here. Flag Zombie, you're not even in iZombie Endless. I don't know why yeah. This guy though, oh my god, no, this guy would make for a Applebee's. $175 for basically almost a lane clear, but you have to consider that he only has the health of a Cone Zombie. So he's a Cone Zombie. Cone Zombie's price times 2 plus $25 just to possibly get rid of a lane, and the plants could still shoot him, so he would only really be valuable against Puff Shroom, but even if I just use a Disco Zombie to get value off that lane anyway, so we can get the other lanes. So he's definitely Applebee's. Oh, Screen Door Zombie would be so good if he was an iZombie Endless. I'd say a good soldier. $100 for a door to be your defense. Yes. Pogo Zombie would be way too damn expensive. $200. That's way too damn expensive for 1 lane. When you could either just use a Disco Zombie or Tom Brady. So I think he'd be too expensive. The Child. The Child is pretty much, honestly, I think the Child is God, I guess. $50. He's really good when you combine him with Miner Zombie. Because with Miner Zombie, he'll clear an entire lane. That's really damn cool. But then you gotta spend, what, $75 on a Cone Zombie? You could spend $50 on the Child instead. And even if he could actually run past Spike Weeds, not many people know this, but the Child could actually just tank an entire Spike Weed because he runs fast enough to avoid the 3rd spike hit. So that's value pretty much off that alone. And sometimes you can actually get away with using Child spam. It's very rare. Very, very rare you can use 3 children to get rid of a lane. But you could. So I think he's God, I guess. Oh, Pole Vaulter. Oh no, I'm sorry for the back-to-back gods, but like, he is the definition of somebody didn't balance iZombie. Since personally, I think Pole Vault Zombie should only have 10 HP, but instead, he has the health of Cone Zombie, not Basic Zombie, but the Cone Zombie. So he can run really fast. He could skip an entire plant by just jumping over it. He could avoid butter. I've seen Pole Vaulter avoid butter before with him jumping over it, which is really damn good. So he can run fast, skip a plant, has the health of Cone Zombie, all for just $75. I really don't think Pole Vaulter should be $75. I think he should be 100. He should honestly be $100. The fact that I can use 2 of these men for $150 is it's basically cheating. So I really don't think Pole Vaulter should be 75. I really stand by this. If I were to balance, should I do an iZombie balance? Oh my god, wait, that sounds genius. I'd argue he's better than a Disco Zombie. So he's definitely going in a god, I guess, but number one. A Balloon Zombie would just be, honestly, don't invest in, no, he would be too expensive. For iZombie Endless, $150 for 1 lane, because I gotta keep in mind, with a Disco Zombie being $350, you have to base all the other zombies around that. Because why would I spend a $300 on 2 lanes of Balloon Zombie when I can spend $50 more to get 3 lanes? So he's not really, honestly, I'll go back to the army. A Gargantuar, again, same argument that I just stated, don't invest in. He's a free lane. In iZombie Endless, he'd be a free lane. There's just no argument behind that. But for 300? 300's too much for just 1 measly lane when, again, I could spend $50 more and potentially get 2, maybe even 3. So I would not invest in a Gargantuar, honestly. A Jack in the Box? Oh no, this guy though. This guy would for sure be an Applebee's. He could potentially blow up a 3x3 radius of plants for just $75, but he also has the risk of not exploding, so it's basically like gambling. I'm thinking about that one of a Ouija minigame when he was a casino man, handing out the cards. I'm thinking about that. So it's basically gambling, so I think he'd be Applebee's. A Ducky Tube Zombie, I don't. I'll go back to the army. A Miner, Miner is a really good soldier. I'd argue he's a good soldier. When I'm leading in Miner Zombie, the only thing I'm really worried about are 2 things. One, could I get that lane with less value, or if there's a magnet shroom? So with those being the only 2 indicators for Miner Zombie, he's a really good soldier, a Descendant. He really is. Combined with Child as well, that's a free lane for $175. If a Disco Zombie does not work, Miner Child is 100% really good. So do the Miner. He's a really good soldier. A Buckethead Zombie, he's a good soldier. Only a good soldier. No. Only a good soldier. $125. I don't like charging him in personally, because I can just use a Ladder Zombie or a double Cone Zombie, or hell, even 2 Pole Vaults, which are 2 bodies. So I think a Buckethead Zombie is only a good soldier. A Dancing Zombie, honestly, I go back to the army. A Grandpa, oh, he'd be alongside a really good soldier, because he's just he's Cone Zombie. He's Cone Zombie, but better, because he can go faster. He has a shield in front of him. He's just better Cone Zombie, so he's a really good soldier. And lastly, Dr. Zomboss. Honestly, I don't invest. $1,000. When a Disco Zombie, $700. I'll send 2 of those in the battlefield, and they'll do the job just as good. So I don't think Dr. Zomboss would be $1,000 worth on that lane. And there are no more men. So as a war general, sending in my soldiers, I think these are their rankings.